First reading, a reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Romans, chapter 6, verses 12 to 18. That is why you must not allow sin to reign over your mortal bodies and make you obey their desires, or give any parts of your bodies over to sin to be used as instruments of evil. Instead, give yourselves to God as people brought to life from the dead, and give every part of your bodies to God to be instruments of uprightness. And then sin will no longer have any power over you. You are living not under law, but under grace. What is the implication? That we are free to sin. Now, that we are not under law, but under grace. Out of the question. You know well that if you undertake to be somebody's slave and obey him, you are the slave of him you obey. You can be the slave either of sin, which leads to death, or of obedience, which leads to saving justice. Once you were slaves of sin, but thank God you have given wholehearted obedience to the pattern of teaching to which you were introduced. And so, being freed from serving sin, you took uprightness as your master. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 12, verses 39 to 48. You may be quite sure of this, that if the householder had known at what time the burglar would come, he would not have let anyone break through the wall of his house. You too must stand ready, because the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. Peter said, Lord, do you mean this parable for us or for everyone? The Lord replied, Who then is the wise and trustworthy steward whom the master will place over his household to give them at the proper time their allowance of food? Blessed that servant if his master's arrival finds him doing exactly that. I tell you truly, he will put him in charge of everything that he owns. But if the servant says to him, My master is taking his time coming, and sets about beating the men servants and the servant girls, and eating and drinking and getting drunk, his master will come on a day he does not expect, and at an hour he does not know. The master will cut him off and send him to the same fate as the unfaithful. The servant who knows what his master wants, but has got nothing ready and done nothing in accord with those wishes, will be given a great many strokes of the lash. The one who did not know, but has acted in such a way that he deserves a beating, will be given fewer strokes. When someone is given a great deal will be demanded of that person. When someone is entrusted with a great deal of that person, even more will be expected.